Hello, good morning. How are ya? We're okay. I woke up to a beautiful blue sky, and by the time I got washed, dressed, ready and walked to here, the blue sky has turned into these white lines, which I think are chemtrails, which means our beautiful blue sky will be white today, eventually. They're everywhere, wherever you look. Absolutely disgusting. Three there. Anyway, so this little video, it's a warm one already. I'm just off down the shop, shortly-ish, you know. Go down the shop. I've got to buy myself a new sat-nav. My sat-nav died, bless it. It's a bit of a shame. They've got a sat-nav, haven't they? How do birds work? Is it on the magnetic field of the earth or something like that? Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because my sat-nav is the last present that my mum ever bought me, bless her. So it's got a bit of a sentimental value. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a product, and it's got to go in the bin. It's as it is. But I think, you know, if I said to my mum right now, you know, my sat-nav's knackered, she'd say, well, sling it and buy a new one, you know. Good morning, Mr. Boat. Good morning. You okay? We're going this way, my friend. Yeah. It can't be fixed. I fiddled around with it and I've tried and what have you. Done 2 hard resets, they call it. It's just dead. It just, you know, it's not going to play the game. Went to meet a friend yesterday, and luckily I'd looked at the map in the morning and just kind of remembered how many roundabouts to go over and where to turn right, where to turn left. Anyway, I got in there and I set the sat-nav up, and it said waiting for GPS signal, and it said that all the way there, all the way about half an hour or so, just stuck. And a few days prior to that, it was just a blank screen, couldn't get it going. A few days prior to that, it got stuck again when I was out. I was out in a place that I didn't really know of an evening, and trying to get back was a bit of a nightmare without the sat-nav, but I did it, and that was, you know, no great problem, not really. But yeah. Hot. So yeah, sat-nav's knackered. So yeah, got one on, gonna go and buy a new one. It's, my sat-nav is a TomTom, and I was gonna go for another TomTom, but a word of warning, do your research, because looking at the same model and then similar models and then more expensive models, all I could find with TomTom geese. All I could find with TomTom was speed cameras. You get 3 months initial speed camera notifications for free, then you've got to bloody pay like £5 or £9 or whatever it is a month. You know, that's a con. The TomTom that I've got, I'm about to get rid of, has lifelong speed cameras, you know, and so they should have. So I've had to go for a Garmin. Don't know anything about Garmins, but I've done a little bit of research, had a look at half a dozen Garmins, and in the end, the one I went for is a kind of a mid-range, I suppose. It's not, there's Garmin for 99 quid, and then Garmin's up to like 300 quid, so I've gone for mid-range. And the mid-range says lifelong speed cameras, lifelong free map updates, you know, should they build new roads or whatever. So that's the one I've gone for, so that'll make life easier. No, I don't do a lot of driving, I must admit. You know, I find it very, very difficult to drive too far. So yeah, I don't do much driving, but when I do, it's nice to have the sat-nav do the job for you, you know. It takes your thinking away. You can actually enjoy the journey, listen to the music. It's nice, I like it. I always said years ago I'd never get one. I was very much a map person, you know, loved books, loves reading, loves maps, things like that. But anyway, when I was 50, so that's 6 years I've had it. When I was 50, my mum said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I said, "Oh, nothing." She said, "You always say that." And I said, "Well, there's nothing I need, Mum, really." And she said, "Well," because I'd just got the motorhome, she said, "What about a sat-nav?" I said, "No, I mean, I got a map, Mum, you know, I can look at a map." And she said, "Yeah, but sat-navs would enable you to enjoy the journey more." And she was right. And I said, "Okay, well, we'll do that then, if you don't mind." So she gave me enough money to go and buy the sat-nav. Bless her. I love my mum. Love my mum. Really love her. So, yeah, bless her. And then she was right, you know, it did. It was great, I think, really. I'm going to turn the camera on, off and on, like I normally do, because as we know it dies. So I was on about doing a bit of research and what have you, and something's come to my mind about a particular group that I run on Facebook, and a couple of extra things which I'll tell you about. So I'll turn it off, then we'll turn it back on. Okay, so we're back. No boat, no, we're just having a walk, mate. I run a large group on Facebook, which is all to do with van life, full-time van life people, about 20,000 people. It's quite a big group. Somebody put on there just recently, "Can you share this, everybody, and please join, it's free to join," and all the rest of it. And it was a guy trying to set up a website for park-ups, basically, yeah, overnight park-ups. And bloody eye. Anyway, I allowed it, but I did say to him, "Good luck with this, mate, but bear in mind there are several, at least, you know, decent websites where you can find park-ups if you need to. You know, I'm not in favour of using park-ups that are well known, really, because eventually they get taken away, height barriers or no overnight sleeping or parking signs, or people use them so often that the police take an interest, or they get litter and crap discarded everywhere, you know. So I'm not in favour. I would never tell people, when I was travelling, I wouldn't tell people where my favourite park-ups were, because only I knew, you know. So you get a nice quiet night, another van doesn't pull in, so you don't get disturbed, and there's no litter and stuff like that. Bloody sky, what a shame. Milky white it'll be, look at it. Anyway, looking further into this guy's website and what have you, it wasn't that at all. It was a bit of a front. He wanted people's credit card details, and it was a bit of a data mining thing. He wanted email addresses, credit card details, and it was just a bit of a con. So I've deleted and blocked him, but I've left the post up with a note for everybody to see, to say this is a con, you know. I'm leaving it up as a warning. And it got me thinking about the small print. Looking at the small print, we never do that. How many times have you been on a website and it says, "Click here to agree with the terms and conditions"? You don't even see them. You don't ever see the terms and conditions. You just go, bang, yeah, I agree with everything, not knowing what the hell you're agreeing to. And it brought me back to the sat-nav. When I bought the sat-nav, I can't remember because a number of years has gone by now. But it said, I think it says something like lifelong guarantee or something like that. I can't remember, it's like 6 years ago. Anyway, I found the box, the original box, and found a little booklet, and I was reading all that terms and conditions, and it says we will replace the sat nav if it goes wrong. They worded it quite clever, with usual wear and tear at our fault or something like that, and you must provide the box and the receipt. Anyway, I haven't got the receipt, I can't find it, so I couldn't take it back if I wanted to. But it's a bit of a con, you know, it's a lifelong guarantee, but it's not really, you know. And it got me thinking, when I had my motorhome, I had a water leak, and I took it in to where I bought it from, bearing in mind I had an extra cover on there that they would do any repairs and all the rest of it. So I took it in, I said, look, I've got a water leak, and they said, oh, you need these things, these clip-on things or push-on things. So they ordered them, clipped them on, and then they said 120 quid or whatever they said, you know. I said, no, I said, I got this extra cover. And they said, yeah, water leaks are not covered. I said, water leaks are not covered? And he said, no. I said, right. I said, well, while I'm here, the other thing is my habitation door, the little clip was worn away, just worn down a little bit. So when you open up the door, it clips, and then any gust of wind, the door would slam. So it doesn't hold it. And he said, oh, that clip's not covered by warranty. I said, really? I said, how much is it? And he said, they're about 50p. I said, why the fucking hell are they not covered? You know? Anyway, it wasn't covered. And I said, well, I'm not going to give you an extra 50p, so we won't have it done, you know. Quite pedantic, but whatever. They fly on my head now. You can hear the partridges, pheasants, whatever. So yeah, I did, one evening I sat and I read through my extended warranty that I paid for, and realised that nothing's covered, not really. You won't be able to see me, just got Mr. Solar Face behind, but that's alright, isn't it? Yeah, so nothing was bloody covered. What a waste of money that was. And then this guy today, you know, that's a bit of a con, trying to do what he was doing. A bit dodgy of him. And it put me just in mind of thinking about read your small print, you know, stuff like that. A mate of mine bought something, and I can't remember because this is going back. I got a feeling it was a television, whatever one of them is. Yeah, I got a feeling it was a television. But whatever it was, it came with a lifetime guarantee, so it's cool. And something went wrong with it. You know, if it was a television, I can't remember, but if it was a television, maybe the screen went blank or something, I don't know. And he phoned up and he said, look, you know, whatever appliance it was, I think it was a telly, the telly's knackered or whatever. And they said, when did you buy it? And he said, you know, because he's had it like 4 years, and it did good service for 4 years, and then decided to give up the ghost as things do. And they said, oh, it's no longer covered. And he said, it's a lifelong guarantee. And they said, yeah, lifelong is 36 months. How can that be a lifelong guarantee? And he read through his paperwork, his little booklet, and it said in there, you know, this appliance, whatever it was, is covered for general wear and repair. Did I say that right? Wear and repair? Yeah, lifelong cover. We consider lifelong for this particular product as being up to 36 months. That's not lifelong. It's not. Full of blossom. Beautiful. Yes, It's worth reading the small print on everything. God, I can smell that. Yeah, beautiful. How lovely is that? Yeah, read the small print, but they got you over a barrel. They just want your money, and that's it. Those little birds. I bought a phone years ago. I got a feeling it was my first ever phone. It was a Nokia. Just a cheap, nasty phone. And I bought it from a place I'd never use again called Car Phone Warehouse. Never ever would I use them again. And I had this phone either 2 days or 3 days. Can't remember. And one day I went to turn it on. It wouldn't turn on. There was no power, and I thought, oh bloody hell. I charged it up, I know I did, but anyway, I left it on charge for another few hours. Tried to turn it on, it wouldn't turn on. Just a blank screen, just would not turn on. So, I had to take it back to Car Phone Warehouse. I said, you know, this is knackered, I've had it 2 days, 3 days, something like that. And he said, well, we'll have to send it off for repair. So he sent it off, and then they phoned me, and he said, we've got a report back from Nokia, apparently you've dropped it in water. Did you go swimming with it or anything like that? I said, no, don't be bloody ridiculous. It was either in my pocket or on my sideboard next to me for 2 days. And he said, well, there's water in it. I said, no, there's not. How ridiculous. Anyway, he said, well, there is, you know. So it's my fault that it don't work. And I said, I'm not fucking having this. He said, well, it's coming back today. We'll have a quick look at it in store and see what we can do. Anyway, phoned me up. And he said the battery terminals are not up enough to touch the battery all the time. And I said, so that's a problem. And he said, yeah, I think so. So they did a tweak, and he said, all right, your phone's ready. So I went down there, picked up my phone, and 2 days later, it was a Monday, I was at work, and one of my mates said, did you get your phone sorted? Look at that oilseed rape over there, see the yellow, absolutely stunning. Amongst all the green, you've got that yellow. Yeah, mate said, did you get your phone sorted? And I said, yeah, got it on me now. Anyway, I got it on me, got it out of my pocket. And I said, it's all sorted, look. Went to turn it on, it wouldn't turn on. Knackered. And I used somebody's phone later in the day, and I phoned up a Car Phone Warehouse, and I said, look, you done this thing to the battery terminals. Still no good, knackered. Oh, I'll turn the camera off a minute because there's a couple of dogs. Hello, are you still with me? Much longer video than I intended. So, I had this phone. Vodafone said it was wet inside, which was rubbish. Car Phone Warehouse said they'd fixed it, which was rubbish. And tried to turn it on this Monday and it wouldn't work. Bloody flies everywhere. So used my mate's phone, phoned them up, and I said, look, the phone's knackered. And they said, I'll bring it in. So I said, for Christ's sake, you know. So I had to take it in one evening. There's that yellow now, look, coming into focus, beautiful. So I had to take it in one evening. They had it for a couple of days. Phoned me up and they said, oh, the terminals weren't touching the battery. That's what you said before. Anyway, so it's working now. So I had to go back over there and pick it up. And the following day, went to turn it on, it didn't work. And I was really angry with it, and I smashed it on the floor. It smashed to smithereens. Anyway, I picked it all up. I put the phone into a carrier bag with the little box, with the receipt, with the battery, the smashed screen, the pamphlet, any paperwork and bits and bobs they gave me. Threw it into this carrier bag and jumped all over it. And I took it into Carphone Warehouse on the Saturday, and it was very busy in there. And I said, well, you can imagine my language, a bit naughty, but I said, where's the fucking manager? And this bloke came out and said, can I help you? And I went smash with his phone on the floor, and it smashed all across the floor of this shiny, skiddy Carphone Warehouse place into millions of bits, shattered everywhere. I said, I want my fucking money back. They didn't quibble one bit. Just gave me my money back. Thank you very much. That's not about small print, it's just about something that happened, you know. Hey, hey! I don't want you licking, mister. Okay. So basically, this walk, it can go all the way around, when I've got good legs, all the way around into the next village from there, goes all the way around, or you can turn right and you can go along there, not that side of the edge, but through. You go through the hedge and you go right out into another village. But that's a long walk, maybe 6 miles, 8 miles perhaps. Wherever it is, it's further than my bloody legs. And where that red house is there, that's my village. So we're nearly between two villages here. Beautiful. And we're very, very blessed really to have this little place. Quite happy here. Don't think I'll ever move from here, you know. I really don't. You know, I know I've moved a lot in my life. Not as much as some people. The last place I rented, the guy who rented it to me has moved 21 times in his life. I said, wow, that's a lot. He said, I'm in my last but one home now. I said, last but one? He said, yeah, my next one will be a coffin. Hey, look on the bright side. A lovely man he was, really, really nice man. Quick look around and then we go, because another video's been far longer than I intended on making. But just a word of warning, the small print is there for a reason. When something is lifelong, that could be anything. When it's under warranty, it may not really be under warranty. I think warranties and guarantees aren't worth the paper they're written on in many, many respects. And for it to like be repaired like a mobile phone or whatever, and have them just say, oh well, hard luck, we got your money, don't care. It takes you to go in there, smash your phone across the floor to get your money back. That's awful really. But anyway, take care everybody. If you can get outside, get outside. If you're still watching this long video, John, quick message to you, John. I love you, mate. Take care of yourself. And anytime you need me, I'm always there. Alright, take care, mate. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your day and be well.